My father told me I had to choose a strategic alliance between the Maxwells and the Forresters. I had just turned toward Holden Maxwell when, like a glitch in my vision, a massive text overlay flashed in the air. Get lost, side character. Holden only has eyes for the heroine, Kira. He swore he'd only marry Kira. If you choose him, he'll run off and join a monastery. Startled, I shifted my gaze to Tate Forrester. The text overlay immediately updated. Don't choose Tate either. Kira is the only antidote for the volatile Tate. You dare split them up, and he'll have a stress migraine on your wedding night and choke you to death. I flinched, quickly pulling my attention away. Then, a new message popped up. Why doesn't the side character consider Ezra Shaw? I paused. Ezra Shaw? The high society big shot who'd been in a coma for years? He's about to wake up. He met the side character once, years ago, and he's been obsessed with her ever since. Speaking of which, Ezra is actually the big bad. The inner circle is about to change. When he returns, he's coming for the Maxwells and the Forresters. That was all the information I needed. I immediately told my father, Dad, I don't want either of them. I'm marrying Ezra Shaw. The moment the words left my mouth, my father cut me off. Nonsense. He then offered an apologetic smile to Holden and Tate. I've spoiled my daughter. Let's put this decision on hold for now. The two men bowed respectfully to excuse themselves, but their eyes were heavy with barely concealed contempt. Once they were gone, my father's expression grew serious. Ezra Shaw has been in a coma for so long. The Shaw family has tried everything. He sighed, seeing me look down. You're my only daughter, Rory. I can't let you marry a vegetable and wait for someone who may never wake up. You grew up with Holden and Tate. You always said you'd marry one of them. Now you don't like them? The text overlay chimed in with confusion. Yeah, shouldn't the side character be desperately trying to hook one of the two male leads? It's just a trick to get their attention. She always loves to see them fight over her, doesn't she? Ugh, if she was serious about Ezra, that would be great. He's going to wake up in 2 weeks. Right, but whether Kira marries Tate or Holden, both families are already stretching their limits. Once the big bad Ezra is back, their good days are over. My gaze locked onto the text. I steeled myself. Dad, just give me a month. If Ezra Shaw hasn't woken up in 1 month, I will choose the Maxwell or Forrester alliance quietly. Besides, our family already has an old commitment to the Shaws. Even if they don't mention it, we can't just easily go back on our word. My father, unable to argue with my logic, reluctantly agreed. I finally let out a breath and headed out to the patio for some air. I found Holden and Tate hadn't left. Holden spoke first, his tone mocking. Done with your little scene? We've told you repeatedly that Kira is our soulmate, but we'd still do the right thing and marry you. Isn't that enough? He shook his head. You're making a fuss over nothing. Tate rubbed his head, frowning. You want to marry Ezra Shaw? He scoffed. Do you even believe that garbage? He looked me up and down with undisguised scorn. You're just trying to make us beg you to stay. You're exhausting, completely unlike the sweet, compliant Kira. Even though the text overlay had already shown me the truth, the depth of their dismissal froze my heart. Holden checked his watch, a flicker of impatience crossing his face. Right, enough. I don't have time for your drama. You want to marry the comatose guy? Fine, you better follow through. The text overlay flew past. Holden and Tate are going to dinner with Kira. Sweet, sweet, sweet. Side character, get lost. She knows they both love Kira, but she's still trying to force a marriage. If she ends up miserable, it's her own fault. I lowered my eyes. If my ending had already been scripted, why would I walk toward the disaster they wrote for me? Holden Maxwell and Tate Forrester. I wanted neither of them. My father quickly arranged things with the Shaw family. The next morning, the Shaws sent a car to pick me up. Mrs. Shaw took my hand. Dear child, we never intended to break the alliance. Ezra's been in a coma for years. It's our family that's wrong.